Hi guys, I'm gonna do a changing video with Skyler today. I am gonna put on the Carter's whale onesie, but I have the matching one on Trista. And I had something that I just need to get off my chest. No, this does not involve anything that has gone on in the Reborn community lately. It is something personal that I need to get off my chest. A few people know about this. I know Crystal knows about it because her and I had talked about it. Back in February, I got an early morning call from my mom saying that she was in the hospital with my dad. She had woke up at about 2 a.m. hearing him snore funny. And my dad teases my mom about her snoring. So she went in there to tease him about his snoring. And she went to tease him about his snoring. And when she kind of tried to arouse him or wake him up, awake him up a little bit to tease him, she noticed he wasn't waking up. So she turned on the light and he was foaming at the mouth in a seizure. She doesn't know how long the seizure had been going on, if this was the first one, if this was like the 10th one. She didn't have much information. She just called 911 right away. And he was kind of coming to a little bit when she was on the phone with them. And she was able to get him out of their bedroom into the living room. And just after getting him into the living room and on the floor in the living room, he started having another one. And that was right around the time the ambulance arrived. Because they don't live very far from the city's ambulance garage. Or EMT ambulance garage. And apparently he had another seizure in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. After they got him all hooked up in the ambulance, the second seizure had stopped. On the way to the hospital, a third seizure had started and it stopped. And as they came into the emergency room, he had a fourth. So that we know of, he had 4 seizures. They were able to get the anti-seizing medicine on board with him right away. And he was placed in the hospital because this is the first time he has ever had seizures. And as an adult, if you have seizures just randomly, it raises concern. So he was in the hospital. That was a Friday morning. He was in the hospital till the following Wednesday, I believe. Anyways, while he was in the hospital, they ran a bunch of tests. They did a CT scan, they did an MRI, they did a PET scan. First they did the CT scan, and the CT scan looked okay, but there was an area of concern. So they did an MRI, and when they did the MRI, they found 3 masses on his brain. They weren't sure what the masses were. So they did a PET scan, because a PET scan would show, if the masses were cancer, if it was anywhere else in the body, and then it had spread to the brain. And the only thing they could find in the PET scan was the 3 masses in the brain. He was released from the hospital with a follow-up with the neurologist, as well as he had to see his primary doctor he got out on Wednesday. He had to see his primary doctor on the Friday, and his primary doctor ordered a few other tests after he was released. She ordered colonoscopy and excuse me. She ordered a colonoscopy and spinal tap. And she also wanted him to see the neurologist quicker than the 6-week appointment that they had made to follow up the MRI. So he had the colonoscopy, which came back clear. He did the spinal tap, which came back fine. And they saw the neurologist, and the neurologist kind of explained things better, because when he was discharged from the hospital, there was a lot of questions left that were not answered that my mom and dad had. Anyways, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this past Monday, my dad had his follow-up MRI. And Wednesday, he met with the neurologist for the results. And they were not the results that we were hoping for. The MR, when he met with the neurologist after getting out of the hospital the first time, the neurologist had mentioned that he wasn't sure what was in my father's brain, and that he was just kind of questioning if it was something like small brain bleeds that were caused by the seizure. That's what he was hoping for, because there were three small masses, and he said where they were just kind of in unusual spots. And anyways, the follow-up showed that not only did the 3 masses get larger, they have now merged into one large mass. Instead of 3 small masses, it is now one bigger mass. Well, the doctor still is not sure what it is, and that's what really frustrates me. Because my parents don't live far from Mayo, and they don't live far from the University of Minnesota, which has an excellent neurology department. Both Mayo and the University of Minnesota. The University of Minnesota has a really good medical program, period. So does Mayo. Anyways, I have been telling him to go get a second opinion at those 2, and he refused to. So at the appointment on Wednesday, the doctor is saying that now that they have grown as well as merged together, he wants to take the mass out sooner than later. So, what does that mean? It means my dad will be having brain surgery on my parents' wedding anniversary, which in May, which is hard enough for me to wrap my head around with, because I am a daddy's girl. I've said it before, like, my parents were here longer than expected on their last trip. It wasn't my dad I was getting irritated with, it's my mom. I love my mom, but I can only take my mom in small doses. My dad and I are very alike, and I've always been a daddy's girl. I mean, you can even ask my mom that when I was a baby, I was a daddy's girl, and it never went away. That being said, do I fight with my dad? Yeah, I'm a child. I'm a human. I've fought with my parents and my dad on occasions. There's been times that I've gotten so mad at my dad, I just like, screw this. But at the end of the day, he's my dad and I love him. And anyways, with the distance between Texas and North Dakota, it's making it so much harder. Now, I know a bunch of you are saying, well, you can just go up there for it. It's not that easy. It gets more complicated. And I know that one person told me I'm petty for this, which, if you really cared about me and cared about my kids, you wouldn't say this. My son's birthday party is the day after my dad's surgery. Now, I know birthday parties can be changed. It's not that easy when you have a child with autism. Last year, his birthday party had to be in April, even though his birthday is in May, because my husband had to move down to Texas, 3 months before we were able to move down here. And we wanted to do the party before my husband had to move. I to start, because he started his job down here May 1st. And we did not come till the end of August because we could not get out of our apartment lease. So it was hard enough, you know, planning ahead and telling our son, you know, your birthday party is going to be in April. Yes, your birthday is in May, but your party is in April. And he didn't really understand that. At his birthday party, he actually straight out refused to blow out his birthday candles because he was not 6 yet. His candle said 6 and he was not 6 yet. So he could not blow out his candle in his mind. It literally took us a good 2 minutes to coax him into, you know, it's okay to blow your birthday candle at your birthday party even though you're not 6 yet. And he finally did after a few minutes of us telling him it was okay to. And he knows what day his birthday party is here. So to change his birthday party, first of all, would be a huge ordeal because first, he's already taken, the invitations for his class have already been handed out. In fact, yesterday before we found out everything, his party invitations were already handed out as well to his baseball team. So, and my husband was the one that did that, so I honestly have no idea who the invitations on his baseball team got handed out to, because he's in a special needs baseball league. The same 2 teams, there's 2 teams of olders and 2 teams of younger, or 2 teams of bigs and 2 teams of littles is how they call them. And my husband just kind of gave him the invitations and let him hand them out to his friends on the 2 teams. I have no idea who they got handed out to. And then on top of that, when his birthday party is going to be at the fire department in town, and the fire department here does birthday parties, but the only stipulation is they do it once a week and it's only 1 hour. So there's only 1 birthday party a week. Honestly, when I called about the birthday party, I got the last weekend they had available in May. And Teffy and Jack, and the lady I had talked to had said they already had over half, or they only had 1 weekend in June left as well. So I took the day in May. Everything was set up. Everything's been planned since then. Invitations have gone out before the results were found. And when I called them today to see about switching the party even to see what was the date available in June, I was now informed that the only available party is 1 party that is in like mid-ish July, which I know would be a huge ordeal because that's also my husband's brother's daughter's around her birthday. And if I had to reschedule my son's birthday to the same weekend they were planning to do her birthday, oh my God, crap would hit the fan and there would be nothing but drama because that's how they are. And I mean, and that doesn't even include, you know, putting my son through that again. You know, okay, yes, your birthday's in May, but your party will be in June as well as, or July at that, as well as baseball is not in season in July, and school has already been out for a month and a half. So pretty much nobody would even come to his party. So we decided, my husband and I talked about it, to just keep the birthday party as planned. Surgery is the day before, do the birthday party, and if I need to go up, I can go up the day after. And it's hard to say, but first of all, my dad doesn't want me to be there. He doesn't want me to see him this way. When he was in the hospital last time and had the seizures, I was looking at plane tickets to book to fly up there to be with my parents. And my dad's like, no, don't come. I don't want you to see me this way. Do not come. I do not want you to see me this way. And with the surgery, he's saying the same thing. My mom will not be alone. My dad's brother is going to be there with her, as well as their church family. And my best friend, who still lives in the area, said that her May schedule for work is already made. If she has that day off, she will be also with my mom. And my mom's sister said she's going to be there, but my mom's sister is kind of one of those that you believe it when you'll see it when she's there. Anyways, I just needed to get this out that it's something that probably will affect me around the time of surgery. I hope to still be doing videos daily. They might in May. You can hear Teffy. She's got Bobo. Teffy! I will be still making videos. I just don't know how often. And like I said, it's all going to depend upon what happens. The doctor seems confident, but I'm just afraid. I mean, I'm afraid. I will say that. I'm afraid and I'm scared. I'm scared of losing my dad. I'm just thinking of all of the what ifs. It's in his frontal cortex, the front lobe of his brain, which that controls your personality. That controls your memories. That's your essential part of being. It's memories, senses. Taffy! Come here. I don't know if you can hear her. Her yowly meow. She is got her Bobo. But, you know, I'm afraid that it's going to change his personality. I'm afraid that he's not going to remember me. And I can understand and I can deal with him not remembering me. But my kids won't understand. My kids don't even understand any of this. My parents have been planning to come down the weekend after my son's birthday party. Because my daughter has a dance recital. And they had been planning to come for the recital. And now the doctor said no. Well, here she comes. Come here. Come here. Are you being loud and obnoxious? They were going to come to see the kids. We actually were going to do my son's birthday party the weekend they were here, but being that I couldn't book the birthday party then, we were going to do another thing as the 6 of us, and then my husband's brother's family, and then my in-laws. We were going to do family bowling. But it's just... We had to sit down and explain to the kids that my parents wouldn't be coming as they had planned to come. And my son's response was, "That's okay, Mommy. Papa will just come for my birthday party then." Like, not understanding, like, well, Papa can't come for your birthday party because Papa's surgery is the day before your birthday party. Oh, okay. Well, then Papa will just come after my birthday party. Like, no, Papa can't come after your birthday party. He has to stay where he's at to make sure he heals. Oh, okay. Well, then I will go to Papa. I mean, if you don't know anybody with autism, they're very literal thinkers. And, like, my son just, I mean, he's 6. He's going to be 7. He doesn't understand the seriousness of this. He also... I mean, he understands that your brain is important, but he doesn't really fully get it. And my daughter's response to my parents not being able to come to her dance recital was, "Oh, that's okay, Mommy. it's okay, Mommy and Daddy. I can't remember the comment she made. Obviously she didn't understand what was going on. And my husband, like, to explain to them, they're like, well, why does Papa need his brain surgery? And there's something in his brain that shouldn't be there. Well, why is it in his brain if it shouldn't be? I mean, just lots of why questions that, honestly, neither of us were really prepared for. And the only way my husband could think of explaining it is my kids like Teen Titans Go, and one of the episodes, one of the characters has a tree growing out of his ear, and his brain falls out or something like that. Basically, my husband will remember when the character had the tree coming out of his ear. Well, it shouldn't have been there. And what's in Papa's brain shouldn't be there, and the doctor's going to take it out. So, I'm just kind of giving you guys a little forewarning that I'm going to try to continue to make videos like I have been for daily. It might not be daily, as well as in May, if there's kind of a break of videos, it is probably because we had to go to, we had to go up to my parents for whatever reason, and it's just hard. If we were still living in North Dakota and we were in Minot, it was one thing. As well as the other issue comes down to it is the kids in school. Literally, this is happening 2 weeks before school gets out. And I don't want to pull the kids out with 2 weeks left of school unless we absolutely have to. My husband, we have help down here, and I know the in-laws and everybody would jump to help my husband to keep the kids down here. But my husband made the comment, he's like, if we don't have to, he goes, I don't want you to go up there alone. Granted, yes, my mom will be there, and my friends that are still there will be there. But it's just, he's like, I don't want you flying on an airplane alone up there for this. And he goes, but I don't want to leave the kids with just somebody down here. And there's just a lot of complications of when it is. And my dad had also talked about to the doctor postponing it till after the kids got out of school. The doctor advised against it. The date that my dad's having it done is the earliest the doctor can do it. And as soon as school gets out, my son is having surgery. He's getting his tonsils and adenoids out and tubes put in. So then there's going to be all of that. It's just, the timing of this is horrible. And it's a lot of emotions. It's a lot to process. And I know this video is probably a lot longer than a typical changing video, but I needed to talk about this. I needed to let you guys know, just in case. I do typically film like 3 or 4 videos at one time and then schedule them so that only one goes live a day or one is published a day. Just like, I'm filming this Thursday night and I think it'll go up Monday. Monday or Sunday or Monday, because I believe I have 2 on there ready to go, 2 or 3. I honestly don't remember. I'll have to look, but it's just, I try to film in advance, so I'm gonna try to kind of do this where I'll schedule some video or make some videos to schedule. Doing tag videos and whatnot. Some tag videos, some changing videos. I really haven't done a lot of outing videos because we really haven't gone anywhere. To save up to go to Minnesota next year for the meetup, I really haven't been buying a whole lot. Yes, I bought this stuff from Carter's, but I literally paid like $20 for all of it. I will go to the thrift store occasionally. I bought that stroller, but that's pretty much, I bought a few things here or there that are on sale, but since the consignment sale, I really haven't bought much. I need to, first of all, go through what I have. And I need to, I am trying to save up for the trip. And I don't know what my cat's freaking out about. Taffy, what's the matter? Taffy, what's the matter? But, yeah. So, I will let you all go now. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you all later. Bye.